Hey guys, how's it going? It's Luca here. Welcome to my channel, Luca the Lightworker, also known as Luca Lomi. I hope all is well. Today is Tuesday, March the 17th. It's 7:57 and yeah, 7:57. So let's dive right in. I got some pretty crazy downloads over the past couple of days. Yeah, one of the downloads that I got, this is going to be very specific, and this is not for everyone in the collective, so this will probably just be a one-off. This download was in reference to someone who may be dealing with some like really odd behavior in their immediate surroundings. I received a download about someone that may be deceased. Well, definitely deceased. This may be past, present, or future. This particular individual, this person was an elderly gentleman. This person was potentially fond of hats. This person may have been an avid churchgoer. They may have been someone that was very into tailoring or, sartorial pursuits. This individual is deceased, past, present, or future. This individual may be from somewhere that has like swamps or marshes. So I'm getting this may be Texas, somewhere in Texas, somewhere in Louisiana, or somewhere in Florida was what I was picking up, and maybe even somewhere close to like the Louisiana Bayou or the Florida Everglades. The other part of the download that I received was this person was like wrapped in plastic, and they were in mud, like encased in mud on a riverbank. But it wasn't quite like a river. It looked kind of like, how in Florida there's like those, I don't know if they're like drainage ponds or whatever they are in those neighborhoods. But on the back side was like tons and tons of woods, and on the front side there were homes along the stretch. I was seeing the like divers looking for this individual in the water, and then I don't know if like the water pulled back from the shore, so they were able to retrieve the body because it was like encased in mud. They were digging up this individual, and this person, their face was like completely decomposed. It was just like skull, but because they were wrapped in plastic, all of the clothing was still intact. This person may have had a penchant for fedoras specifically, but I was just getting this vibe like this person may have had like an entire collection of hats that they were really into. This was a masculine. I was getting, based on the attire, I was seeing like burgundy on the body, the clothing on the body. This is like the type of individual that likes like three-piece suits. So this individual, their body was retrieved, and the part that was really convoluted was the fact that there were individuals who knew that this person was deceased. Maybe they reported that this individual was missing, something along those lines. How this ties into some of the readings that I've been doing as of late, there have been readings that I've been doing that have been referencing identity theft. And what I was getting about this particular individual is that the identity theft is tied into this deceased / missing individual. So this particular person somehow is connected to your identity. So there are 3 individuals that I was picking up on. This is a former significant other and or spouse, a best friend or former best friend, and also a sibling. And this may be a feminine, and I'm getting like somebody on the younger side, somebody possibly in their 20s. This download showed that these individuals, was 555 on the clock, these 3 individuals were doing something sketchy with somebody in the collective's identity. And then what I was getting is like one may have been impersonating the collective online, the other person may have been impersonating the collective on paper, and then another person was impersonating the collective in person. I was getting like images of a particular female rapper that had a court case in reference to, you know, putting a little something in people's drinks, you know, and robbing them. And what I was getting from that was this particular individual that was deceased may have been a victim of a crime that somebody was committing in your name. This individual that was impersonating you, I don't know if this person maybe does something strange for a little bit of change, but I was getting influences of possibly substance abuse. This may have been, I was getting even like landlord vibes, like possibly this person that was impersonating you may have even been renting a room from this person, like in their home. I don't know if they were like paying for this with their bodies or something along those lines, but somehow, some way, whether this be, you know, via overdose or, you know, an accident, or maybe, you know, maybe this younger person that was using your identity, maybe they felt threatened in some way, maybe they were in danger by this elderly individual, but somehow, some way, this person ended up deceased, and they then panicked because the information that was given was your information, and they had already been using your information doing what, you know, whatever. I'm assuming various forms of fraud and, you know, whatever. Yeah, I was also seeing somehow one or more of these three individuals are connected to some kind of religious organization, and they gave this religious organization your information and may have claimed that you unalived this deceased person. Possibly maybe this person had like a fake ID or a real ID or some form of like a tangible piece of identifying like document that ties back to you. And so upon investigating this person's unaliving / disappearance, your name came up in the mix because that's the name that was given to this elderly person for one reason or another. You know, if this wasn't like someone went renting a room, this may have also even been a situation where this person was meeting up with this younger individual who was using your information, meeting up with them on, you know, from like a dating app or, you know, something like that. And in that case, something went wrong and this person ended up deceased. But either way, your picture, your information was used to engage with this person who is now deceased / missing. So this religious organization that they went to, they either did know or didn't know that it was not really you. It's possible that this individual may have lied to this group, or if this is like an organized crime ring, they were working on behalf of these individuals while using your identity. It was 11:11 on the clock. They may have decided to assist this person in covering this up because they were already committing crimes and they were helping this person use your information. I got also another part of the download is someone coming into your personal space and like stealing items / planting evidence of this particular deceased individual, like things to like indicate that you knew this person or that you had an existing relationship. This person is a complete stranger, but they need to connect the dots to you, because otherwise the question is, if they then start to question, why does this person have your information if you don't know them, then that leads down, you know, the breadcrumb trail in reference to possible identity theft and fraud. So they have to cover up how your information got with this person. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. It's just like this whole situation was just spiraling. So that was the download that I got. I know this is like really long and elaborate, but I was called to share that because it was very specific. So let me see what all Spirit has to say about this. What do we need to know about this situation, Spirit? Please advise. Please advise. What do we need to know? Okay. 2 cards came out, and this is pretty wild. So we have healing, and then missing came out in the reverse. They may have found this individual in the mud. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Look at that. Near the water. With a wooded area on the other side. Road. Near a road, but there was no boat. So they may have driven away from the scene. Maybe they left a boat behind as far as how they got to this particular area near the water. They were getting something from this individual that ended up missing. Possibly they met this person from some kind of dating situation, maybe a dating app. Female, this may be the female relative. They may have robbed this person, or this is just in general about the fraud. Secret came out crossing. They've been trying to keep this a secret. They've been trying to run away. It's wild how this stuff like comes out exactly like this. The Spirit really wants this message to come out about what happened to this person. I didn't get any like super bad vibes from the person that's deceased. Anything else? Tell me what else. They're in regret for what they did to this person. They feel like something is just like otherworldly, like how they're getting caught up for this. This may be this person's spirit, this masculine individual. I'm getting like their soul feeling disappointed, like maybe they, shouldn't have met up with this female. They shouldn't have met up with this female because they were separated from their body. Mountains. Landfill. 17:17 on the clock. They may have been trying to discard evidence in multiple places. They tried to throw him away, these things away, these items away, any evidence. Wow. Imprisonment, egotism. So they thought that they were going to be able to just walk away from the situation, that they were going to be able to hide evidence, but they're actually getting caught up because they were operating out of ego, whoever these three individuals are, because though one of them may have committed the crime, like considering how many different pieces, framing someone, impersonating them, sending individuals on a witch hunt to persecute the person whose identity you were using while you unalived someone. I don't know if this person's death was intentional. But they tried to cover it up. So, I don't know how much sympathy you can really have for someone that does something like that. Oh, man. So we have celebrity and life insurance. So I don't know if this individual, this was like a well-known person possibly in the community. Maybe they took out a life insurance policy on this person. for this person, or these individuals that took out this life insurance policy on this person, they thought that this life insurance policy was going to be a method for them to be able to reach celebrity status, or maybe this was like for them to level up in this like religious cult that they're a part of. Maybe they take out life insurance policies on people to fund, take out life insurance policies on individuals, unalive them, and then use the funds to fund whatever means to get to, what do you call that, to level up within the organization, to potentially reach a place of fame. This seems like very, very, very shallow. Wow. Let's see. Anything else we need to know? Anything else that we need to know? This person's a hater. One or more individuals. People are gossiping about these individuals getting caught up for this unaliving / fraud. They may be getting caught up for this like hookup situation that they were doing online, possibly like online like escorting or something like that. This may have been their sugar daddy that they unalived while pretending to be you. They're setting the record straight about who the person is that was in this relationship with this person that went missing, that was unalived. Okay, so this is, look at that. Sex shop came out in the reverse. Caught up. Finding evidence. 2020 on the clock. Yeah. They're going to jail. Everybody that was involved, that tried to cover up this person's unaliving, anybody who tried to involve anyone else, who tried to frame anyone, everyone connected to the fraud, anyone connected to the identity theft. Yeah, they're all going to jail. All of them. All of them are going to jail. Wow. I'm glad that this deceased individual is getting justice. I'm glad that you're not going to jail for this, because there's a whole concerted effort from a group of individuals to conceal the true identity of the individual who unalived this poor man. Anyway, that's your reading, guys. I hope you have a safe rest of your day. And yeah, thank you for spending time with me. Bye.